I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. So I'm going to go deeper into the daily read. Excuse me, daily read for today, Wednesday the 8th. Let me just go on and make sure it's working. Go on my own live. So yeah, I'm going to go deeper into the daily read for killing mosquitoes as I go. For today. Where am I? So I had a really interesting, empowering daily read today about victimhood. Real kick-ass energy in the daily read. If you haven't seen it, definitely watch it because I'm sure it can trigger a lot of people. But I was talking about that victimhood thing. It seems to be rampant at the moment. I said political correctness in the video, but I didn't mean political correctness. I meant virtue signaling. They're both very similar, aren't they? But there seems to be a competition for who's the biggest victim at the moment. And it's not empowering. I mean, it's such a waste of time. It's like, at school, did you ever have who's the worst person at something? Competitions to see who could run the slowest. Or, you know, it's such a waste of time to have a competition to see who's the worst off, the poorest. Good morning, the Violet Crow. Nice name. Nice picture too. So yeah, it's all about that, all about this victimhood thing, and we've really got to snap out of it because it's just the ego that wants to do that. It wants to justify why we are not getting what we want in our lives, and it's such a downward spiral. So I'll talk about that in the daily read. I'm going to talk about a bit more in here as well. I'm going to pick some cards out, go deeper into the daily read. Got my gym gear on because I'm going training right after this, so it's going to be a shorter one today. So I can get to training early because they're starting right now without me. I got some new cards. They arrived yesterday. Colette Baron Reed's Spirit Animal Oracle. I've ordered quite a few different decks, so I'm going to start mixing things up a little bit. So Zia. Oh, cool. Zia. So Zia, you do readings as well. I noticed, yeah, you said you were picking up on similar energies to me at the moment. So we've got a card already for today, instead of using my app. Hey Robin, the beautiful cards. Got the bat on the bottom. Poor bat, it's got a bad rap at the moment. Rebirth is assured, but we've got to get in the right energy. Right, we've got to get in the right energy. That's not the card of the day. The card of the day is this one. Nice. Co-create with spirit. It's the crow. How many people have crows show up all the time going, oh? They are the beautiful cards. I had a really good play with them last night. Okay, mosquito. These are amazing. If you live in the tropics, these are amazing. Little electrocution tennis bats. It's just the easiest way to get rid of mosquitoes. And you know when you've got a mosquito in your bedroom, you wake up at night and you can't find it, or you spend all night trying to run around trying to clap it, you know. These are great. Yeah, they're beautiful cards, but unfortunately I live in Asia, and what does that mean? That means I get rip-offs when I buy stuff. This isn't the original. This isn't. No, it's a copy. Bloody Chinese. Really? If I could buy the originals in this country, I would. Hey, Barbara. That's your spirit animal, crow. Oh, cool. Crow tattoo. Nice. Yeah, so who's had that? Crows get involved. We don't have crows here. We have hawks. There's a hawk living with my ex at the moment in his bathroom. But there's we have eagles, hawks, and we have a lot of birds that I don't know the name of. But when I was in Australia, a lot of crows there, and crows, they can give us messages, you know. Suddenly they start hanging around. I remember when I had the office in Runaway Bay when I lived there. My office was right at the front of the house, and the crows used to sit in the tree when I was doing channelings and caw at me. They give us a lot of messages, the crows. So that's for today. Co-create with spirit. It's this message of, you know how I've said that life is a conversation with the universe. It's the same thing. We can listen. Nature especially, nature gets involved, right? So that's today. Crow spirit. I'm excited. I'm excited to get my other cards. I ordered 2 more decks as well, because this is the one I wasn't sure which one I was getting. There was 3 decks there, and I thought it's way too cheap for it to be all 3 decks. The common change is coming. All right, harbinger of change. You had Crow Messenger card recently. So I'm excited, and I've got lots more coming. Got lots more cards coming as well on their way. So yeah, I had a big play with them last night and to test them out, see if they work, you know, or see if I can work with them. And I just shuffled, asking some questions, letting them fling out. You know, not picking them out, not cutting it or anything, just letting them fling out like this. You see, and this one is the one that came out for me and a particular person. Seeing the bigger picture, there's a lot more going on, right? And so I was playing with them like that, asking questions. And then you know how I've had the romance card out in my personal cards? As I was about to put these away, I was shuffling still and I was saying, okay, give me one card that I can put with my personal cards there for the day. And then I thought in my mind, why? Why do I get the romance card? And then one card kind of went up a little bit like that. And I thought, is that the card? I had a look at it. It wasn't that one. And I put it back in. I wanted it to fling out, the right card to fling out. So I carried on. And then one jumped out, and it was exactly the same card that had poked up before, so it was the right card. And it was the Dove card. It was the to be at peace with it. So I'm getting the romance card out each day to shut me up, really. That's what it's saying. To stop me focusing on it. That's funny. So let's go deeper into the daily read with my normal cards in a stinky bag that needs a wash. Oh. So I thought I was going to talk about this victimhood thing more, but we've got lovers and go for it. This energy. I did the daily reads yesterday for this coming week, and I mean next week, not this week, next week's. And yeah, this kicks in as well. Pretty sure these 2 cards came out about choice, a choice in who we partner up with. A lot of people thinking, I think I said this yesterday, about when we're old souls, we have a connection with a lot of people. We've had a lot of lifetimes, we have a connection with a lot of people. And the more in alignment we are, the more connection we should have with everyone. The more connected we are with ourselves, the more we should feel that connection with everyone. But some people believe that when you feel that connection, it's special and it's unique and it's rare, and you should be in a romantic relationship with them because of it. And it's not true. Like, there's many, many, many connections we have with people, and you get to choose. You get to choose whether to be in a romantic relationship with somebody or not. And that's what this is about, getting to choose. Getting to choose if we go there or not. So interesting that that's come up today, because I didn't get the romance card today in my personal cards. I didn't. So now that's making me think it's coming around again. It's very empowered energy today, though. Very empowered. We've got this moment and respect. Respecting ourselves in the moment. And that's our highest good too. Respecting our highest good. Not our lower ego. Not respecting ourselves as a victim or anything like that, wanting to be heard, but respecting our higher good. Our higher self, our higher good. As I said, we don't go to school and have competitions of who can be the worst at something. It's because it's a futile task. It's worse than futile. It's a destructive path to get on. And this is what we see a lot of people doing at the moment. Is getting into this Me Too thing. And it's not that I don't think people should be heard. You know, some people have been victimized for sure. But when you see the people's reactions to that, well, me too, well, what about me, well, what about me, that's the competition for who can be the biggest victim. Not useful. Lots of workmen around today. So we've got to respect our higher self, what's best for us. I went training last night, first time for a while, because my back had been sore. And I've put on a heap of weight, and I know, because I've been eating carbs and I shouldn't. And so now I'm back into getting back on track. It's made me hungrier because I've been eating hot carbs, because that's what it does. It makes you hungrier. It gets you on a sugar roller coaster. So I'm getting into this mode today too. It's like, right, I'm going to go training this morning and get back on track. I'm going to stop eating that crap. Go cold turkey on it. I'll feel hungry for a few days, but I'll be good after that. Back on track. Respecting myself again. I also had an amazing sleep last night because I got into the habit of drinking a glass of wine and then 2 glasses of wine each evening. Not a massive amount, but it disrupts my sleep. And so I haven't for the last 2 days. I felt so much better for it. So I'm getting back on track, and this is the energies we've got today especially, is to empower ourselves and do what's best for our highest good, not for our ego. Also today we've got intuition, forgiving ourselves when we've gone astray. And again, this crow is looking at me. Co-create with spirit. So we live our lives as a conversation with the universe. It's always listening, always. Not just when we pray, not just when we look at vision boards, not just when we write our goals down, not just when we're meditating. It's listening all the time. And so we've got to watch out for these patterns that we get in, like victimhood and stuff. No, I didn't, Barbara. I decided not to. You know, I decided not to go because I realized just a couple of weeks ago he lost his dog, and then he lost me, and then he lost his mum 2 days ago. And I thought, do I really need to get involved in this and put myself back there? Because he's obviously having a big tower moment right now, everything falling apart. And he needs that. And I thought, I don't need to be a part of that, and I don't need to be there, and I don't need to go back in, you know? So no, I didn't. I decided not to. Because I've been moving on, so why go back? That's what I thought. He'll manage. He's left now anyway, he's not on the island anymore. So we've got to, follow our intuition today, forgive ourselves when we realise that we've been in these ego loops, which can be victimhood. And you know, a lot of people are thinking the ego is just like confidence or wanting material stuff and things like that. It's not. Ego is a part of us that protects us, and it can be in victimhood and all kinds of things. It tries to protect us anyway. He didn't come yesterday either. It was busy yesterday in here. I just got something switched on my channel, but I don't really understand it. I watched a few videos on it this morning. I can have memberships now. I don't think I've ever seen memberships on YouTube. Maybe it's not available for this country. Maybe you can't be a member on in this country, but I've never seen them. So I'm like, what's this random thing that's been switched on my channel? Anyway, if anyone is a member of anyone else's YouTube channel, I'd love to talk to you about that, because as I said, I've never seen it before, and it's probably, I know, like here we can't, here in Thailand, that the dollar thing on this, the super chats, we can't do that here. I can receive it, I can't give it to anyone. One of my closest girlfriends actually joined your live yesterday. My life. Got it. Any more mosquitoes? See if there's any under the table. Yes! Lots under the table. Hear that? Oh my god. See, all those would be biting my legs. Crazy. There's a lot of mosquitoes, that was. I don't know what the dollar sign is. It's super chat, and so if you want to donate, that's how you can donate. And so when this gets really busy, instead of doing readings for everyone, I'll have to do it by that instead. Yeah, so it's like a donation button, but what it does is when you do it, you can put a message in there, and so say if you had like a request for a reading, you can just like put your question in there, or your question for a reading or something like that. So yeah, super chat is what it is. It just kind of highlights your message. So if you've seen any live streams where it's really busy and the chat is huge, like already I have to scroll a lot when I'm looking at it. Today, look what we've got too. We've got romance. The romance card is here. Never fails, never fails. Find a new approach. Got to find a new approach in our love lives. Being reminded about it this week. Has anyone had that? We're only on Wednesday, but yeah, the energies of this week were like a lot of people coming in, a lot of options. Crazy electrocution, lady. So many mosquitoes, I can see them all. It's fun, I bet you all want to do it. It's a bit evil as well, I guess, but here we go. There's one under the table. I had the fan on, but it's too cold. So that's the energies for today. We've got lovers and go for it. So we get to decide. That's what that means. We get to decide who we want to be with. There's many options. And if you don't think there's any options, if you don't think there's anyone in front of you, maybe you've not made a decision inside of yourself of what kind of person you want, so you're not on the lookout for it. Yeah? Because we have this law of attraction, which is otherwise known as positive bias. That's not it, but when we see what we want to see in the world, when we see what we're looking for in the world, confirmation bias, that's what I'm talking about. We get confirmation bias. So if you're not looking for something, if you've not like decided in your mind what it is that you want in a relationship, then you won't see it because you're not looking for it. So you've got to use this confirmation bias. You've got to actually be focused on what it is that you want. There you go, Chris. You've got to be focused on what you want. And then they show up. I feel like I've been bitten on the head. So that's the lovers go for it. We've got to choose. And if we don't think we've got any choices in the 3D world, it's because we've not been choosing inside of ourselves, so that we actually see it. We've got this moment in respect, so being sure to respect our higher selves path, not our lower selves and our ego, wants to be the biggest victim. And we've got following our intuition, forgiving ourselves, so forgiving ourselves when we kind of got off track, maybe trying to be the biggest loser kind of thing. And then romance, find a new approach, so there's a different way, Chris, there's a different way to approach it. Very interesting. And of course we've got the crow spirit for today. I can't wait to get all my new cards when I've got lots of decks. It's going to be fun. Hey Aileen. Brazil. Wow. It's morning, yeah, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, 17 minutes past 8. Welcome, Aileen. Good to see you here. So who would like a reading? Who would like a reading? Just pop up a message saying me, please, and I'll do that for you. I'm going to do this shorter than usual, because I want to go training very shortly. So yeah, you're going to see these cards coming out a lot more now, these animal spirits. Beautiful cards. I've also ordered the Moonology, a light something, I don't know, I can't remember the name of it, a tarot deck, archetype deck, yeah. Lots of cards coming to me in the next few days. Okay. Aileen, no, Chris is up first. Chris. Mystery guidance, mystery guidance. The mystery path to what you want. Chris, this is saying like focus yourself more, dream it up more. You've got to set that path off by dreaming it up, and then follow the mystery path guidance to it. So set yourself up. Remember this, Chris. We're living as a co-creation with spirit, as a conversation with the universe. Well, what is your conversation about? What is it you're mostly thinking about? Because I know what you're typing about most. And it's not good. That's not what you want to create, right? And so you've got to dream a bigger dream. Dream a bigger dream. Yeah. See? Understand that you're creating what you're saying, what you're thinking. You've got to understand that. And at the moment you've slipped into a bit of negativity, Chris. And so dream a bigger dream. Because as I said, law of attraction works, and its confirmation bias is part of it. We notice what we look for. Like, I'm a pretty positive person, and so I look around me and I see positive things, even the same thing that someone else is looking at and seeing the terrible part of it. I don't see that generally. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but generally, and that's what happens, is we get what we look for. Who is next? Zia. Zia's up next. So do you do your readings on YouTube, Zia? I'm gonna have to check your channel out. I will check your channel out. The Violet Crow. Zia's up next. Okay, a change in focus, and this has been coming. You've changed your focus before, but then you've slipped off the track. So this is something that you've been focused on before, maybe in the last few weeks, but then you've forgotten to focus on it, and then you've slipped off the tracks, right? So this is your higher self saying, get back on that track, that focus that you had. Maybe you were focused on a particular goal or doing something, and you were really focused for a couple of days, and then life took over and you lost that focus. Remember what that focus is, because it came intuitively to you, and your higher self wants you to stick with that. Instagram and Facebook. Oh, cool. Yeah. I'll check your stuff out, Zia. So get that focus back that you had, because it's a good thing. And this is interesting. It feels like you work this. Going for it, there's that empowered energy, right? But then we've got to be patient for the results. We've got to go for it in the moment, do that task, and then relax. Rather than when we get into go for it mode, when we've got energies like today, go for it mode, which is feeling, and then try and do everything, and then don't stop and never relax. Don't do that. This is being in the moment, being with the energy in the moment, doing what you need to do, and then stopping and relaxing. So there's some balance to be had here. There's some balance to be had here. Oh, you're launching a YouTube channel August 1st. Cool. Excellent. Yeah, YouTube's great. I really like it. I'm very glad that my focus shifted to YouTube, because Facebook stopped kind of working for me. It's not even working that well for me to advertise my YouTube channel either. Yeah. So there you go, Zia. Who's next? Robin. Robin. Chicken's inside asleep on my bed at the moment. Robin. Ooh. Get away from them. Seriously, Robin, that's what this is saying. Get away from them and forgive them. You can't stay in that situation and sort it out. You don't need to. They're going to be where they're at. They're going to carry on being who they are. You don't need to sort it out. So move away from them and forgive them, Robin. Could just be one person. It could be more people. These guys have been sorting my old room out. They've been painting it and stuff. Doing all the work. Because I was in that room for a very long time. 2.5 years or something like that. If you can see, workmen. Because it's the under the pool area is right in front of me. And they keep all of their stuff in there. And underneath this bungalow as well. Although they did clear all that out, because I wouldn't be energetically that pleased if there was a whole load of junk underneath my bungalow. Robin, so get away from them. Ah, you deserve better friends. So yeah, it's a friendship. As I said, it could be one person, it could be more than one. But yeah, we do have the energies at the moment of getting away from toxic people, of leaving that behind. It's not judging. It's not saying you're terrible people and I'm a great person. It's not that. It's just understanding our energy and that we've got to take care of ourselves, and you deserve better, and it's going to be better for you. Remember what I've said about relationships should be win-win, not win-lose. If it's ever a win-lose situation, if you're ever getting drained, if it's not both of you uplifting each other, then it's not a positive relationship in anything, whether it's customer, a practitioner, whether it's a romantic relationship. And I'm not saying that there's going to be imbalances every now and then. Of course, someone can get needy or, in need of support, but it goes like this, right? It balances itself up, but we tend to, especially as healers and giving people, we tend to get in imbalanced relationships that that drain us or are toxic to us in some way, and we stay there instead of getting away from it. Remember, any negative feeling that we experience is guidance to make a change. And that's why the whole energies of today is about getting out of victimhood, for that very reason. Victimhood doesn't feel good. That's guidance saying the way you're looking at it isn't right, or don't keep yourself there. Just make a new decision. You don't need to keep yourself there, right? Aileen. Oh, no, you were just saying thank you. Barbara's up next. Aileen, did you want a reading? Barbara. Ooh. I think you keep on getting relationship messages out, Barbara, don't you? This is about your sexuality, your power. When we're in our sexual energy, when that door's open kind of thing. It's the same as our creativity. It's this vital essence that we've got. If we think of ourselves as a whole energetic being, there's certain things that go together. It's like empowerment. Empowerment feels a certain way in our body. Creativity does too. Not every time you don't like something, Barbara. I think you're talking about the leaving toxic people behind. No, not every time you don't like something. But as I said, there's got to be some balance there. And then if you feel it going one way, if you're feeling it becoming a win-lose situation or a lose-win situation, it's not good for anyone. It's depleting to you. It's disempowering to them, right? So Barbara, your awareness about your sexual energy as a whole, like, I'm not thinking this is about sex itself, it's about the sexual energy. Have you ever been in a really creative flow and then you really turned on? That's what the Abraham Hicks stuff says, doesn't it? Tapped in, tuned in, turned on. It's all part of it. When you're vibing high, you feel it in every part of your energetic body. And so I feel like creativity, sexuality, the way that you feel about yourself, you need to become more aware of it. Oh, Barbara, that's probably why you're asking about what you did just then. Move away from certain people that you have been reaching out to. So you've got a pattern, Barbara, of reaching out to maybe the needy or something. Maybe you're actually reaching out to those people that are draining. You're like, oh, there's a drain. Here, be my friend. That kind of thing. You got to actually break that pattern instead of getting into these draining relationships, friendships, whatever, and then having to get out of them. So, Barbara, if you find that you're having to do this too much, it's because you're actually choosing them in the first place. So I need to get to the bottom of that. Next weekend, it's biggest block readings, Barbara. The half-price sale. That could help you. I've started doing the bonus reads for that yesterday. Interesting. A lot about empowerment, a lot about relationships again. But I've only done 3 of them so far, so we'll see. Oh, I almost feel defeated in the love aspect. John moved to Arizona now. I'm not sure he'll come back. Hey, Donna. I thought it was you when I saw John there. Yeah. Interesting. Let's do a mini reading for you. Donna. And then Eva's next. Yeah, Donna, what's under that? What's behind that feeling defeated? I'm trying to recall your reading now about this. Yeah, it was that assault course, wasn't it, with both of you on it? What is under that? You're being asked to delve really deeper into this. What's behind that? What's behind that feeling? What's behind that attraction? Let's see. Be with nature. It's saying, like, retreat to yourself, retreat to nature, to get to the bottom of that, of what is causing you. This is really, Donna, this is really connected with a feeling of value. You know, a feeling of value as a woman, and beliefs that if you are with somebody, you know how a woman can have more value as a married woman rather than as a single woman, which is kind of backward, isn't it? Because I know I do better as a single woman. I work better. I've got way more value in the world. But we have had beliefs like that around, that as a woman, what if you're not chosen by someone? What if you're not loved by someone? What if you're not in a relationship? There's something about that, about who you are, judging who you are if you don't make this one work. Maybe you made a vow, Donna, or set some kind of intention when you met him. Maybe it's you that's holding yourself to this. You're judging yourself for some reason for it not being. Do I ever want to be married again? Yeah, I actually do. I haven't been married for how many? 20 years now. I haven't been married for 20 years, and for a long time I said that I don't want to be married again. I didn't see the point in it. But now I'm coming around to it again. But yeah, Donna, there's a self-judgment going on there. Anyway, I'm supposed to be doing this quickly so I can go training. Who did I miss out? Eva. Couldn't find your message then. Okay. I'm just going to do 10 minutes more and then we'll get out of here. So sorry if I don't get around to everyone today. Eva. I'm love. Let go of the past relationship stuff, Eva, to let go of, and realize that you are loved. You do deserve love. You're lovable. You can let go of that. Whatever past relationships made you believe about yourself that you're not lovable, that there's something wrong with you, it's not true. It's not true. Play and respect. Respecting yourself enough to have fun. Again, this is about relationships. Having fun in relationships, respecting yourself enough for that. So you've got some relationship to clear up today. Let's see, who is next? Estrella. Let's quickly do Estrella, and then Christine, I'll be on to you. Who's toxic, me or him? Both of you. We're all toxic in our own ways, but there tends to be a bit of an imbalance. But anyway, let's do Estrella first. Okay, so you're coming up against problems with people for a good reason. It's so that you can find that forgiveness. It's not that you're manifesting things wrong. It's that your higher self really wants you to face this stuff now and forgive them. So if someone annoying is coming back into your life, that's the flow at the moment, because you need to find that forgiveness to set yourself free. So that you can open up again and start something new. So you know how I keep on saying sometimes we don't know what that next step is on that path. So we could be trying to manifest a business thing and then something comes up in our personal life. This is what's happening. Annoying people are coming up for you to find forgiveness so that you can be soft and open, so you're open-hearted, allowing love in, and then you move forward on what it is that you've been trying to initiate. Christine, let's get some cards for you, Christine. Just kill this first. And all of the ones underneath the table trying to bite my legs. It's really satisfying doing that. I'm a little bit evil. Christine, who's toxic, you or him? Ah. And is that a competition you want to get into? Who's the most toxic? We're all a bit toxic. This is asking you, you've got is it true and what you resist persists. I know the orange ones are really hard to see. Is it true what you resist persists? Gold lettering on orange doesn't show up. Is it true what you resist persists? So you've got some resistance in this relationship. Your resistance is showing up in this relationship. And it might appear it's showing up in them. You've got some digging to do here. I'm not getting that much information about it, Christine. But you need to make your peace with it at first, because it is all about this resistance that you've got. So you've got some resistance in yourself to good relationships or something like that, some healthy part of relationships. You've got an actual resistance to that. And this is why stuff is showing up for you over and over again for you to face that. So you've got kind of a lot of healing work to do. But be at peace with it, because you are on that path to the healing work, to the things that you need to heal. If you need some help with that. Oh yeah, I haven't talked about my introductory readings today. If you want a private reading, I do these introductory readings now. There's a link for it right here. That's just a 1-page reading. Usually my readings are 3 pages long, but I've made a shorter one available now. Robin, I know exactly who this refers to. It's been a long process, but it's almost complete. Awesome. And that's what that full moon was about that we've just had, that full moon eclipse. It was about ending things with completions. Hence me not going to see my ex yesterday. It's like, you know what? No, I just completed this. Why? Why do I want to open that box up when I just sealed it up, ready for posting? So, there we go. Done everybody. Thank you everyone for coming along, for your subscribes, and everyone for sharing so much as well. I know my YouTube channel is really growing now. It's great. Thank you so much for your support in that. Have an awesome day. What I'll be doing the shooting more of those videos today. The bonus reads, which are the biggest block readings for each star sign, that'll be popping up on Friday. So yeah, have an awesome day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.